Right, so today I'm going to be teaching the tutorial for the very last section of the updated Lord of the Rings medley, and that's quite possibly one of the most beautiful pieces in all of Lord of the Rings, the music of the breaking of the Fellowship that plays when Frodo is deciding whether or not to leave the Fellowship, and then he makes the decision and walks towards the boat to cross the river. Great scene in Lord of the Rings and beautiful piece of music. So it starts off continuing on from the other section with the same chords, the Fellowship theme, but slowed down. So what you play to start off is you play that big C major chord that we've played before, and those E flat chords that we played before, and you play them in the following rhythm. So it's much slower. So we were playing that sort of rhythm, and now after you've played that, you come back down here and you play it at this rhythm. Right, so after you've played that, and this bit of the tutorial is going to stretch right the ranges of the camera, so I'll do my best. I'm sorry if you can't see the notes on the very edges. I think I've got it all in the shot. So you're going to play chords in the right hand and octaves of the tonic note of the chord in the bass. So you're going to play the following chords. You're going to start off with a G minor chord, then you're going to come down to an E flat major chord, then you're going to play a G minor chord again, but in a different inversion in the right hand with the D in the bass. Then you're going to play F major, and then a couple of notes just to ease the transition, B, C, then the same chord progression again at the beginning, so G minor, E flat major, and then D major this time, but with the D in the bass. So you can see, before we played with the G, now it's with the, sorry, not D major, B flat major. It was with the G, now it's with the F, that's B flat major. And then you play, rippling up the chord, and you play the F. So the rhythm of that is as follows. Okay, so after you've played that, you're going to come further up the piano and you're going to play a melody in the right hand that does sound a bit like the Shire theme, except it's played a lot slower. And that melody is this. Okay, so in the left hand, to accompany that, you're going to start off with a B flat major chord with the F in the bass. The second inversion, so F, B flat, D, F. So then you're going to bring the two Fs up to Gs to make it a G minor chord. Then you're going to go back down to the B flat major, again keeping the B flat and the D the same in the middle. Then you're going to keep the Fs the same this time and play an F major chord. So that's and now I'm going to play that with the right hand, and I'm going to play it very slowly, slower than you would normally, so you can see at what point in the right hand you add those chords. So it plays like this. Then you're going to go back down to where we were before and play something that's essentially very similar, except this time around playing with a little bit more oomph, a little bit more power behind it. Because in the film, this is the bit of music that accompanies where Frodo isn't standing still anymore and no longer making the decision. He's made the decision and he's walking, so the music is played a bit more powerfully. So play it as follows. And then the following bit is the very, very end of the updated version of the Lord of the Rings medley. It's the very last thing you're going to play. So this is the end of my last tutorial for Lord of the Rings medleys. So you play a big B flat major chord with the bottom B flat in the piano and the B flat above it, and then the B flat major chord on the octaves above that. And then you're going to add to that, while holding the pedals to keep it down, the theme of Gollum and the Ring. So that's... And then just hold the pedal and take your hands away to keep that there. And really soft, and that's where we end it. So that sounds like this when you put it together. Okay, and so when you put all of that together, sounds like this. You can't quite see all of the notes at the top of the right hand, but you know what they are from earlier. Unfortunately, there isn't a shot I can do where I can fit all of the notes in. So that whole section sounds like this. And that is it for the entire Lord of the Rings medley. That's all of the tutorials, so you should be able to learn the whole thing. Good luck with that. I hope it sounds great. This isn't going to be my last tutorial. I've got lots more tutorials for other things planned, so do subscribe to my channel and stay tuned for the other tutorials that are coming up. We've got Pirates of the Caribbean stuff coming up, maybe some stuff from 40 Towers, stuff from The Great Escape. There's lots of good tutorials that I'm going to put on over the coming months. So subscribe to my channel and watch those tutorials. Thank you.